Hopkins. I apologize for not being broadcasting recently. Had a little trouble with my camera and finally had to replace it. So I'm back on the air. Today I want to talk about a couple of things. First is performance. By now all of you should have received your first 6 months reports, and by and large, in a word, I think they're spectacular. Just to give you a couple of reference points, the CalPERS, which is the largest public employee pension fund in the United States, which is located in California, they reported their 629 number was about 1% on a year-to-date basis. The hedge fund industry in their hedge fund index reported that the hedge fund return for the same 6-month period was about 1.8%. So we did extremely well, and I'm proud of that, and I'm hopes that you are too. We came through with the idea that we have this concept of investing to get paid while we wait. And clearly the preferred stocks, the royalty trusts, the pipeline companies, the mortgage REITs, all which paid substantial dividends, helped the overall total return. And so I expect these to continue to produce well in the second half of the year, but I do expect to see some volatility. Recently, certain events took place that I was somewhat upset with, and that was the president's remark that if you built a business, you didn't really build it. Somebody else built it for you. The idea that entrepreneurs, which are the mainstay of hiring and creating new jobs and new opportunities in the United States, are denigrated to the point that they're getting no credit for what they've done, and it's somebody else is really responsible for their success. Really makes no sense to me for the President of the United States to be talking about that in a time when we desperately need corporations to be formed, small businesses to hire people. Unemployment, as you saw recently, was anemic. We had 75,000 jobs a month for the second quarter versus 275,000 jobs a month in the first quarter. Clearly the economy is not hiring, and the kind of statements that the president's making, discouraging people to want to try and be successful, is not helping the situation. I agree with the Fed's observation that we're probably in a difficult time, probably into 2013. I wouldn't be surprised between now and the election we've got maybe 3 more jobs numbers that the unemployment rate might tick up a little bit, and the number of jobs is going to maybe fall below the 75,000 a month number. It's important to understand that we need to get this economy growing. 1.2 to 1.7% annualized growth is not growth in this economy. We need to be able to put millions of people back to work. And until the government understands that the best they can do is create tax policy that encourages small business and corporations to hire, to grow, and to expand, this economy is going to stay in the tank for a long period of time. The Fed as much as told us at the end of their last meeting with the open committee, that's the Market Policy Committee, that they're going to probably keep rates on hold until sometime in 2015. So we're looking at the possibility of 2.5 to 3 years of continued zero rate of return on short term. We saw when the European central banks recently adopted the American philosophy of going to 0 to 25 basis points on cash, within a week a lot of the major money market mutual funds in Europe closed to new business because they, like we are in the United States, are not going to be able to put money out at any kind of a positive rate of return. So it's going to be a difficult time for some time, probably at least another year. Getting paid while you wait is going to be an excellent way to preserve your capital, reduce your volatility. So look for volatile times to continue, big swings up and big swings down in the market, no real clear direction. I don't think that the market's going to go above 1425 on the S&P. Could go as low as 1,080 to 1,085 on the S&P before the end of the year. I wish I had happier news, but the reports were pretty good, and we're off to a pretty good start in July. So that's it for now. If you have friends who have questions and need help, please feel free to give them my name and number. Thanks for watching. This is Dan Perkins.